Going on, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is ASA's Pixel Studio. I'll be retouching this photo, and what we need to do first is color correction. Alright, so color correction in my own way. I'm going to grab the hue and saturation before, and I'm going to click on this N tool, and I'm going to select the lightest place, let's say this side, and it's going to give me a range. You can see the range, and I'm going to increase the hue first of all, and this will give me different color. You can see, let me zoom in, you can see this place having some green and the rest part having some blues. Okay, so you take it back, it retain this, adjust this other side so it looks like the rest parts that are not highlighted. Okay, so now I'm going to make this 0, and you can see the colors are different. You're going to take this up a little bit and make sure it looks like the rest color, so somewhere around 30 should be fine. So I'm just going to leave the saturation at +5 and hit the X button. Let's grab the normal brush tool and remove it from the leaves. Okay, so now we can go ahead and work with frequency separation. So let's create a stem visible layer first of all, and I'm going to get rid of this one, and we have this 2 image. So frequency separation, Ctrl J twice, and this is how to do frequency separation. We're going to separate the texture and the tone so we can work on them independently. So for the first one, I selected name it tone or color, and you can also name this one texture and hit enter. So I'm going to get rid of this one, delete, and we have our frequency separation. I'm going to group these two together, open it up, name the group frequency separation, and hit enter. So let's select the texture layer, turn it off, select the tone, go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. Okay, and now you need to choose the right blur value. Okay, you need to choose the right blur value, and when you increase the blur, the more you increase the blur, the more texture you have. The lesser the blur, the lesser texture you have. Okay, and for this type of skin you need less blur and more texture. So the lesser the blur, the lesser the texture. The more you blur, the more the texture. Okay, so something like that. So I'm going to quickly decrease this just a bit so as to, let's leave it, I'm looking at this side of a hand, and why I'm decreasing it is so it will blend quickly and easily. So let's leave it at somewhere around, let's say 5 should do. Let's leave it at 5 or 4.9. In fact, I'm going to increase it to 4.4, and it's okay. Now select the texture, click on the, turn it on, go to image, apply image, and under the merge select tone, and subtract. Under the blending mode select subtract. So subtract will be here, and leave the rest, and it's okay. So change the blending mode back to linear light, and there we go with our image. So now for the tone, you need to select the mixer tool brush. The setting of your mixer tool brush should be like this: the wet 9, load 75, mix 90, flow 100. You can increase your wet to somewhere like 9 to 14. It's okay, but make sure you have a clean brush. So this is a clean brush, and select this one, turn this one off. If it's on, it's going to show a color there, so turn it off, and then make sure your blur, your hardness of your brush is 0%. Okay, and now you can go ahead and start blending. Now the advantage of giving lesser blur, is because once you start mixing the skin tones together, it's easily blend. So something like this, you can see how easy it's blending the skin as I just hold down the mouse and start blending. Okay, so the advantage of this is it blends on time, and sometimes it flattens the image. So I'm going to select the texture, select the clone stamp tool, and I'm going to hold down Alt and just cover up all the blemishes. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Hold down Alt, select a good place that has a good texture, and select and click. Hold down Alt, select a good place with good texture, and remove. Alright, so that's that for frequency separation, and I'm going to close it. And now let's try and make the eyes, whiten the eyes. Okay, so for that method I'm going to use the solid color adjustment. It's okay for any color. Turn it off, double click to open up the color, and then select the eyes, and you're going to get this type of color selection, and it's okay. Turn it back on, change the blending mode to divide. Now let's work on the eyes. I'm going to grab the photo filter and change it to 82, turn it off. I'm also going to grab the black and white adjustment, turn it off, and let's work with the photo filter. Grab the brush tool, zoom in, make it smaller, and paint on the eyes. Invert the mask first of all, Control I to invert the mask, and I'm going to paint over the eyes to make it look wider. You can as well invert this, Control I, turn it on, and just paint over, so something like that, and bring it back. I'm going to group the two together, and we can see before and after. Okay, so just reducing the black and white a little bit, and there we go. For the stem visible layer, go to filter, camera raw filter. So here we are in camera raw filter. Go to the basic tab, click on the white balance, and let's select the eyes, and it's going to give us, this is too hot, so I'm just going to do it manually. Take this up, and let's put a green tint on it. Alright, so for the highlight, I'm going to increase the highlight and bring down the shadows, and for the blacks as well, bring down the black. Okay, and the whites, let's bring down the white. I'm going to turn this off. Alright, so for the texture, increase the texture a little bit, close that. Let's go to the color mixer and go to the saturation. Let's saturate the red, which is the lips. I'm going to leave it just a little bit like that. Go to the hue, take this backwards, and the yellows, make it look like the orange. Go to the saturation, and let's increase the saturation of the orange a bit. So that's too much, so just a little bit. I'm going to take it up to +6, and there we go. Okay, so bring this backwards, and we're good. Alright, so for the calibration, you can take this backward and take this forward. It just works fine for melanin skin, and find the sweet spot for the green, and I'm gonna leave it like that, and it's okay. And there we go. Alright, so you can do your dodging and burning. So for that, I'm going to grab the curve and quickly increase, close, and double click to open up the blending option, and let's remove it from the darker side like this. Hold on Alt, split it, and then take it all the way up. And that's just a quick way to do your dodging and burning. So we have this and this. Okay, so we can remove it from the background. So grab the brush tool, select the mask, and then make sure the foreground color is black, and make it bigger, and remove it from the background. And then we have before and then after, before and after. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next tutorial.